Hello, everyone. We're a little early. However, um, well, one person's here. Cool. How is everyone or the one person here tonight? Is that hello? Hello. How is everyone? Hi, Jason. How is it? You're a little zoomed in there. I know, right? I kind of like it though. Did I get your emails? I'll check them now. I'll check my email now. Let's see. Ooh, let's see. You did a bunch of timestamps. Oh, yeah, I got your emails when they got in. So we are going to. Hello. Are you new? So I usually give like 30 minutes to start. It gives people time to come here because they don't get notified in time when we start. And yeah. Hi, Ron. How you doing? Welcome back. You are on time. Ah, so I got a few people who are on panel with us. Good to see you again. Nice. Hello, Chakma. How is everyone? How is everyone developed? Have you noticed anything new? Um, what improvements have you had since yesterday? Especially, I know a few of you started yesterday. The remove, like I said, Ron, it does take some time. It's a process sometimes, so we'll get it. I wouldn't say they removed it. I'd say they probably put stuff back, but we will, we'll get to it. Don't worry. You are not the only one who's had that. Good, SL. Oh, Sam. No, we're already up to 19 people, so we might actually get to start earlier. So I think maybe we'll give it 10 minutes. We'll do the first one. Please explain what I do. Does anyone want to answer that? You'll get better answers from them. Yeah, I hear you, Ron. Trust. I mean, I know it doesn't seem like it, but you're not the only one, Rob. Hi, Rocky. Welcome. Hi, Beth. Welcome, welcome. If no one wants to explain, I'll explain in a second. Let's let everyone find their way. Ugh, sounds like it, Ron. We'll get it. Just like time. It may escalate as they get desperate, but that's because they're getting desperate. Like I had one person a while ago. It's like, no, when I come, it's getting worse. I'm scared of them. They're seeing this and this. I'm like, dude, you can't let that bother you. Hi, James. Welcome. So I guess I got better let my regulars get here. We'll start in let's say 20 minutes, and I'll explain what we do a little bit. I have entities in my left foot. You're gonna scare people, Boobster. Boobster's left foot. She had surgery. You don't want to say that because people actually have that. 25. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Do not turn on notifications. I am here every single night doing this. Thank you, Mariana, once again for sending that small donation over. It's always much appreciated. Right. It might be me to be, we need help you get rebalanced. Yeah, man. Oh, there you go. Jade explained. Hi, this works by having you lie back and relax, paying attention to your body and your thoughts. The main thing is that's, I'll put that right here. And then she goes on to say, in a positive way. Everyone kind of get that? So this is Japanese. It is Shinto. You are going to hear me speak some Japanese. That's called a norito, or words of purification. There doesn't seem to be an upper limit of how many people I could work on at once. The most I've ever done was at like a group like party, and I think there was like 130 people there. So, and place and distance doesn't matter. So you can kind of be anywhere. So you're gonna hear me speak some Japanese, and I do these. I do like 2 or 3 per night on the weekends, and you feel it building up. Um, the reason why I space it out is because something different is done every time. So we do it, then you kind of reground yourself. I talk to everyone a little bit about collectibles, whatever else. And we do another one, and then we do another one, and it just builds up. So as far as your ailment, we may be able to get the first time. Otherwise, it takes a little bit of time to get a consistency. And if you're consistency, and if you're overly consistent, you will be able to develop kind of what I'm doing here, right? One person has or two people have so far. One person already came with some abilities, or a few people, and they're getting better. One person is actually already his body heals itself because we were able because of the way he expressed gratitude, the kami kind of appreciated, and they kind of forced it through. So like he can eat some like fast food, and all of a sudden he'll feel like the energy go to his stomach and disseminate like what's bad and just like flush it all out without his body absorbing it. It's really cool. I'm not even quite there yet. He didn't have an ailment. He just kept coming because he liked it. And it helped him with his workouts, relieve soreness. He was a workout guy, or he is. He's here sometimes. And I was scared to try my methylene blue. I don't know what that is. Like nitric oxide. I don't know what any of that stuff is. Yeah, so some of you will be able to, you'll start getting that stuff that will start taking and you'll start feeling it. You've been pretty consistent though. So it'll increase over time. I mean, the idea is that I'll get unblocked myself, so I could just do this once, then it'll be ongoing. But I'm not sure how close I am to that. But we're not waiting for me. We're just going to keep doing the best we can. And with the books coming out, you're going to have your own practice, and you'll be able to just do that, or just do that, or come here and do the mixture of both. It's a bit different when you do it yourself and when someone else does it. I mentioned that I have someone help me or people help me. You cannot, at least initially, well, I mean, you can't until you get to a certain point, really just do everything yourself. You have to have someone kind of look for you because impurities often blindside you. So you can't really get into yourself as much as you'd like. Laughing gas. Good, Ron. Nice. Oh, you can get. Ugh, that sounds awful, James. What a nightmare. You know what? I should do that, right? But I don't want to like do a pre-order thing and not be able to finish it in time. But I'm doing my best. Well, the point is that he's able to flesh it out. Rainbow Star children are immune to that. Are there Rainbow Star children really though? But yeah, Care Bears are real. I mean, if you really want to get deep, are you, or are you something else, Ron? Are you sure? Or are you, I mean, is it possible that you could do more than just what that describes you as being able to do? This is just something to think about because I'm telling you, you can do more than that, or you're capable of. Are you an indigo? Are you really that, or are you something more, or that supplies you with a limiting belief? Think about that too. I'm none of those things because, you know, I'm not attacking you. I'm actually, proposing that you might be capable of more than just that. Right? We start in, let's see. Like I said, we usually start on top of the hour, but we'll do more tonight. We already have 31 people here. Yes and no, but James, remember too, we're also quite blind. We don't really know how to tap into that. So, and yeah, anyway, I'll show you. You guys ready for the first one? I don't want to keep everyone waiting, especially since we have 31 people here. We will do more than one tonight. Hi, Manny. Okay, so for this, you're going to lie down. You're going to relax. Try not to fall asleep because this can be quite relaxing. If you don't feel it the first time, keep it up. We're going to do like three of them, two or three of them. It's quite strong. Let's see. My mother told me I'm an indigo child. I heard. What do you mean limiting yourself? I know what you're saying about limit. Yeah, absolutely. So here we go. So you're going to lie down, relax. You can hear me speak some Japanese. As I'm speaking, um, pay attention to your thoughts and your body. This develops over time, right? We don't develop, supernatural powers overnight, like Reiki proponents suggest, or other people suggest. It takes time and practice to actually be able to do something. With that being said, not everyone really is interested in that. They just want to be healthy and clear, which this helps with also. So pay attention to your body, your mind, relax, try not to fall asleep. Although if you're having sleeping problems, by all means, fall asleep. Any questions before we begin? If you must, you could straighten your back and do a meditative posture. But like I said, this could be quite strong. And it's better to lie down because this isn't quite a meditation. It's a purification. Any questions before we start? Everyone's quite quiet. So part of this can be processing trauma too. Um, this, so you might not feel that great. If you feel that way, try to identify where that's coming from, and it will release, and you will feel really good. Otherwise, if you can't really pinpoint it, it'll last about a day. Then it will release, and you'll feel pretty great. All right, is everybody ready? I did actually a translation on Rob's show that I was on. I did two translations, and I will talk about that in my book. Well, good stuff, kids. All right, is everybody ready? Ready? Ready, ready? 3 people already. 4 people already. Make sure you hit the like button. Here we go. Amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni shizuka nari tsukiyo mitsu mi oyano kami no ikke no omo tsuki ni tsuzurite kagami no kotoshi tsukiyo mitsu mi oyano kami no ikke no omo tsuki ni tsuzurite kagami no kotoshi Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi, kamaromi no mikoto mo shite, sumemi oya kamu, izanagi no kami tsukushi no himaka no tachibana no odo no awagigahara ni misogi, harai, tamaishi, toki ni arimaseru. Harai dono o kami tachi, moro no maga goto tsumi kairi o. Harai tamai kiyome tamai to masu koto no yoshi o. Amatsukami, kunitsukami, yao, yoruzu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshimasu to. Kashikomi mo maosu. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi, kamaromi no mikoto mo shite. Sumemi, oyakamu, izanagi no kami tsukushi no himaka no tachibana no odo no awagigahara ni misogi, harai, tamaishi, toki ni arimaseru. Harai dono o kami tachi, moro no maga goto tsume kageri o. Harai tamai kiyame tamai to masu koto no yoshi o. Amatsukami, kunitsukami, yao, yoruzu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshimasu to. Kashikomi mo maosu. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi, kamaromi no mikoto mo shite. Sumemi oyakamu, izanagi no kami tsukushi no himaka no tachibana no odo no awagigahara ni misogi, harai, tamaishi, toki ni arimaseru. Harai dono お神たち、もろもろの魔がごと積み返りを、払いたまえ清めたまえと回すことのよしを、天津神、国津神、や夜ぞの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみかしこみも回す。高むの腹にかむずまります。すめ神たち、いやわらしたも、特殊の水の宝持ちて、余ってる国てるひけ雨のほあかり、くしたま、ねぎはやひのみことに、静けたもこと教えてのたまわく、今しこの水の宝持ちて、中津国に雨下り、あひとぐさ沈め収めよ。あひとぐさおよび夜ずのものの病のことあらば、かむ宝を持ちて、見下いた沈みに起きて、見たま沈みの祭りを、なして水の宝を振るべ、そのかむほぎの言葉に曰く、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよいむなやこと。にのとふるべゆらゆら。かく祈りせばまかるともさらにきなんとしとも。雨の神の実をやみこと乗りかけてまいて。雨の岩船に乗りて。河内の国の川上の怒る神に雨下りましまして。大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして、月祭りとも、名付けて、イスの神の狼と申し立て祭り、よよかむ宝を持ちて、夜ずの者のために、古べのかむごとを持ちて、つかさなしとゆえの古の御霊の神と、敬い立て祭り、すめみことおもらじおとどその神たけきをもして、いつきに使い祭りとも、もののべの神のやしろ雨がした、よれずのもののたごいなりいてんもっとかむたからは、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、平つ鏡、やつくの剣、いく玉、たる玉、まかる返しの玉、知恵返しの玉、おろちのひれ、八のひれ、くすくすのもののひれ、さらに徳すの神、火のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよ、いむ、なやこと。二のと古べゆらとゆら、かし立てまつることのよしをもちて、平らきくきこしめすと、命長く子孫羽、時はかきわり、守りたまい、先はいたまい、かじ立てまつり、人数寿命しにきかじ、どうすの神、あまていらします。せめみ神の身胸を伝えて教え導きのたまわく。人はすなわち神と神とのもとの主だり。何時らの紳士の痛ましむることなかれ。この家に目にもろもろの風情見て、心にもろもろの風情見ず、耳にもろもろの風情聞きて、心にもろもろの風情聞かず、口にもろもろの風情言って、心にもろもろの風情言わず、身にもろもろの風情に触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情を思とも、中心にもろもろの風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろののりは影と形のことし、清く清ければ汚れることなし、ことをとらばうべからず、皆花よりずの実とはなる。我が身はすなわち六根処女なり、六根処女なるがゆえに、ゴズの神君兄なり、 どうぞの新旧年になるが、故に天地の神ととこなり、天地の神ととこなりが、故に万物の霊と体なり、万物の霊と体なりが、故になすところにごて成就せずということなし、無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名運入賞、神奈川列、払いたまい、清めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまい。Right, everyone breathe and relax. と神、えみたも、看言心、尊にかんだけん、払いたまい、清めたも。Let the energy work. と神、えみたも、看言心、尊にかんだけん。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろき、かむろみのみこともして、すめみおやかむ、いざなぎのおかみつくしのひまくの立花のおどのあわぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときにあれませる。はらいどのおかみたち、もろもろのまがごとつみかえるよ。払いたまい、清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。天津神、国津神、や行列の神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみかしこみも申す。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろき、かむろみのみこともして、すめみおやかむ、いざなぎの神つくしのひまくの立花の大野のあわぎがはるに、みそき、はらい、たまいし、ときにありませる。はらいどのお神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかえるよ。はらいたまい、清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。天津神、国津神、やお、夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみかしこみも申す。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろき、かむろみのみこともして、すめみおやかむ、いざなぎの神つくしのひまくの立花のほどのあわぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときにありませる。はらいどのお神たち、もろもろのまがごとつめかえるよ。払いたまい、清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。天津神、国津神、や夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみかしこみも申す。かんながらたまちやませ。かんながらたまちやませ。かながらたまちやませ. All right, and there we have our first one. How was it, everyone? With 45 people in the house. Nice. We are moving on up. How was it? And also, what did you experience? Awesome. Good. Now, please share. Heartburn went away. Good. Yeah, as I always say, we are not supposed to have these ailments and things. There's stuff doing it to us. When people think of attachments, they think of like being haunted, stuff like that, but it's just so much more. Feet and knees tingled, shoulders feeling warm. Were you having shoulder problems? Whole body heated. That's amaterasu specifically. Feels like being in the warm sun, right? More tense than you thought. We're going to do some more. Just got to give a little bit of time. So let everything kind of sink in. Then we'll do another and another. You feel Shintoized. It was for me. You're welcome, Ron. You're back. Where did that take you, Isaac? Your heart hurts? Ah. Since there's 41 people here, pets can get attachments too, but they're not as bad, right? Like I think pets more get attachment and bad ones more so that it hurts us if something is going wrong with them, if that makes sense. Like I've had people, I had a poor lady who got cursed by this witch. This is really prevalent in Malaysia. Like one of the tricks a lot of like parlor psychics do is that they tell people that they are cursed and that they have to pay like a lot of money for like a bath or for like work to lift the curse. And most of the people are like, yeah, right. But it actually it's the parlor psychic does a spell or sends an entity after them to cause all this mayhem all of a sudden. And the idea is to have the person crawling back. I'm like, just like, please take my money. And then they just recall the entity back. And after that, they have them. And the person just keeps coming back and back and back. They're like, oh, this person really helped me. So it's called rubber banding. And it's common, right? New age psychics do it too. They put on that persona, right? So yeah. Yeah, like you only see so many people. Most people don't participate in the chat, Ron. You only see the people participate in the chat. Like I have a little button here where it says that shows me how many people are in. Mine shows 40. Nice. Good. All right, let me see. Who wants to? I want to read. You guys want to hear the introduction to my book? It'll give you while we're talking. Like that's funny. I had a guy who like kept dating people that are in witchcraft and that stuff. He's like, she put a curse on me. I'm like, dude, why do you keep? They're not exactly the most balanced people. You most of the time when they're young because they're experimenting, trying to find themselves. Right? It's like, what are you doing? Of course she did. So don't find someone else. No, of course, people could come in late. Absolutely. Because we do more than one. And I explain again. Okay, yes, all right, here. Let me bring it up. Find a good witch. Yep. But the problem is when you are when you're young, before you try to realize that it's really just about trying to balance yourself with like nature and things, you try to do all the other stuff too. So there's people that do that, or there's a lot of ex-witches who convert to as their perception opens, they think that they're attracting stuff that was already there. Oh, you're absolutely point witch. There is right? Then they just say they go to start going to church. Yeah, that's against the law in California about rubber banding. I mean, it should be anywhere. But the problem is, like the people, what the person doing it, the psychic is describing, is actually happens to them and gets actually worse, depending on the strength of the person who's doing the cast. I've broke people from that quite a bit. So let me see. Okay, let me see. Where is it? Okay. I'm actually really excited about taking this out. And all right, so and this tells you a lot. The reason why I'm reading this is to it tells you a lot about what this is and how this works, right? Okay. Before we dive, this is the introduction. Before we dive into the veiled dimensions of Shinto, I encourage Western readers to gently set aside the framework they may unconsciously carry when approaching non Western spiritual systems. Shinto is not a religion in the doctrinal, monotheistic sense. It has no founder, no central scripture, no moral commandments, and no concept of conversion or salvation. It is not something that one believes in. It is a way of being in relationship. At its core, Shinto is about maintaining harmony with the unseen world of the kami, which are spiritual presences that dwell in nature, in ancestral memory, in places, and in forces beyond what we see. These are not gods to be worshipped out of fear, nor demons to be battled. They are living presences woven into the fabric of the natural world and the universe. As a practitioner and shaman within this tradition, I experience Shinto not as a belief system, but as a dialogue with land, with spirit, and with the energetic reality that underlies all things. Through purification, offerings, and sincere reverence, we restore our connection to the kami and begin the journey back to what Shinto calls our original brightness, that clear, balanced state of soul that exists when we are aligned with both heaven and earth. I want to make clear a distinction between modern public Shinto, as it is commonly encountered at shrines, festivals, and cultural events, and what is called esoteric Shinto. Today, public Shinto in Japan often appears formal, ritualistic, and surface level. Its practices are typically centered on seasonal ceremonies, shrine visits for fortune or protection, and rites of passage like weddings or New Year's blessings. While deeply meaningful, this form of Shinto rarely touches the mystical and experimental depths that once defined the spiritual lives of shamans, mediums, ascetics, and secret practitioners. Furthermore, as a shaman within this tradition, I carry insights that few others can offer. Insights rooted not just in study, but in direct spiritual experience. One of the reasons I wrote this book is to give those who attend my group purification rites, all of whom have never heard of, let alone encountered Shinto before. I should change it to most of whom. A deeper understanding of what they are engaging with. This knowledge is meant to endure, to be carried forward by those who feel its resonance. Those who have participated in my sessions often speak of their profound effect, of how something unseen feels restored. That is not by accident. Within the cosmos, there exists an original state of purity and brightness, a luminous harmony between humans, nature, and the kami. When that balance is disturbed, illness, misfortune, and confusion arise. The purpose of these rites and of this book is to assist in restoring that brightness, to clear the spiritual debris that clouds it, and to help others remember the sacred clarity that has always been part of the human soul, yet remains widely unidentified. Don't get me wrong. This book, as far as it can This book goes as far as it can within the constraints of historical evidence, spiritual integrity, public understanding, and only some of my experiences. But no, there is more, much more. There are dimensions of esotericism, Shinto, and the occult that extend beyond what can be reasonably included here. These include the realities of spiritual travel, divine intercession, ancestral oaths, and the countless realms that surround us, all of which require their own volumes to address. That work is coming. For now, understand that this book opens the gate, but it is not the whole path. What this book does uncover is not the Shinto of travel brochures or shrine etiquette, but the hidden Shinto, the one practiced in mountain caves, worshipped through inherited prayers, or carried on in quiet by those who still know how to speak with spirits. Esoteric Shinto includes the mystical techniques, the taboo knowledge, the private exorcisms, the spiritual pacts, the use of mirrors, symbols, and harnessing the classical elements, not for show, but for real healing and restoration of balance. To read this book is to step into a world review where purification is protection, and spirits, benevolent or malevolent, are real. These forces are not metaphors or archetypes. They are the unseen agents behind both chaos and renewal, harmony and affliction. In this tradition, spiritual reality is not symbolic. It is immediate, tangible, and influential. Misfortune, illness, even strange emotional shifts are not random. They are signs of imbalance in the spiritual field, signs that something unseen has gone unaddressed. Shinto does not ask you to believe. It asks you to notice, to recognize patterns, to sense the subtle shifts, to remember what your body already knows when it walks beneath ancient trees or feels a chill without wind. Finally, this is not a book about beliefs. It is a book about encounters. You are not being asked to join anything. You are being invited to witness the liminal spaces between humans and the unseen world. In doing so, you may come to understand how the kami still speak, and how the most ancient of paths was never forgotten, only veiled. Okay, so that's my introduction. Oh, and people didn't get bored and leave. So that's good. That's a good sign. Yeah, point which, absolutely. Common tactic. They do that, right? So the difference between that and this, is someone says, my shoulder or my stomach's hurting. I say, well, I can get rid of it for you. And I guarantee that I can, or else you don't have to pay anything. Or I just do it for free, as you know, right? Yes, absolutely, James. There's a ton of people that are in programs from various, agendas, and they have no idea that they are. And yes, their memories are erased or blocked. All of us are, because we don't remember our past lives. Part of this is also part of this is we start remembering that stuff. We're not actually supposed to forget between lives. We're supposed to remember everything and continue to go forward, right? But the problem with that is, like, if everyone just remembered everything, we would be good at a lot more and have much more consciousness to deal with stuff that we cannot see. So that's a good statement. I'm going to put that right there. I had some new app. Yep. Thank you, Laura. Are you okay? I read some of your post. I met an Italian shaman in Inway back in the day. He told me my aura was cracked. It made sense. Yeah. Like, yeah. A lot of new age BS. Absolutely. A lot of new age BS being pushed as ancient wisdom, which is actually a lot of the new age stuff is hijacked, right? Which is why, like, channeling, Reiki, don't do Reiki. It's a tunnel. Don't do it. Um, and, this other stuff. is hijacked by things or created by things and pushing people into that direction. Like the beings, the kami doing these purification, right? They're not going to sit on a stage for like an hour answering audience questions. And even if the person is making most of it up or making their channeling up, there's still something doing that to them, making them be dishonest about it and absorbing that attention. So I don't make any differentiation between people that are actually channeling something, which isn't really helpful anyway, and those making it up or thinking they're making it up, because they're not making up the imbalance. Well, it's not, I didn't write the movie, Jason. My friend did, and he's waiting for money. Yeah, it's a zombie movie. So we'll see. Thank you, Robert. Kami are similar to Thai deities. Yeah, they kind of are similar to Thai deities. They're similar to Buddhist deities, but they're a little different. They carry more yang energy, right? Some of you who have done, when we've done the Lotus Sutras, they feel the difference, right, guys? We will do some of those. We will do some of those. The purification you will remember next time, point which. We'll get there. I mean, I don't have it. I don't have a pre-order thing up right now, but we'll do that. Yep, James, that's good. A lot of good feedback tonight. Seen a lot of hacks in this new age stuff, like saying they are the absolute emissaries and no one else talks to ETs but them. But there's people doing that to them. And like I said, if I can get people to hear and show them the difference between invocation, which is what this is, and channeling, I could break them out from that. Even if they come here one time, at least the seed is planted and they understand that. And don't get me wrong, too. Anyone can do this. It just takes a little practice and the right direction. And that's what my book is about, too. Jade can do a lot. She's helped me. She's here. Say hi, Jade. Remember, are you familiar? Yeah, I'm familiar with all those things. They're not helpful, right? I mean, they sound good. They're entertaining. They sound nice, but they're not helpful. And it's not raw. Um, Egyptian deities are very good with cleaning out DNA, right? Which makes sense. And I think that idea is kind of gotten convoluted with unlocking DNA, but we don't have anything to unlock. We just have a lot to clean out. Do they inhabit people? That's a good thing. I mean, they're here, there, and everywhere. They don't inhabit people? No, I wouldn't say that. They'll help purify. But yes, there are benevolent kami as well as malevolent. Good, Jade. Yep. Most people would think that they're doing good though, and it's hard to say anything. Have you guys seen my Reiki video? Once in a while, somebody will go on there and make a comment that just blasts what I say. These meditations only invoke heavenly kami. So we don't deal much with earthly kami or earthbound kami. They're the spirits of nature, though, right? And the idea is to live in harmony with them because we don't really have much control over them. There are spirits all throughout nature. Any chance of possibly releasing Good V? I don't know what that is. Oh, pre-releasing Good V? I mean, I think it has, despite a few bumps in the road, I think it's why also modern Japan with all its temples and shrines, everyone really, really gets along with it. And I think the influx of foreigners with foreign influences or foreign attachments is really putting things in upheaval right now. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but things jump off, and there's no purification practice in the West. You cannot control the supernatural, but what do they do? What else? Evil spirits in general, they just absorb our energy. They eat our energy, and because they don't have to like make any deals, they just take it. So I'm not every some of them draw through nature. So when we destroy nature, they can react, right? And we will absorb the rough side of the kami sometimes, as we see in Hawaii where they're building that telescope and the volcano keeps erupting. I mean, that's a real thing. Despite locals telling the government this place is sacred, you can't build here, the government won't listen because they don't believe it. So that's just an example. All right, we're going to get to the next healing soon. You guys got any questions? But yeah, they harvest and eat our energy. So, I mean, because they can take it, they just do. And that energy could be fear or greed or that other stuff. And at the same time, they perpetuate it. Some entities feed off the energy of death. So, some of that comes in there too, which isn't nice. Any more questions before we start the next one? Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, try to stay calm, try to relax. It's important you try to relax. Absolutely, yeah. Do the best you can, but also calmness, it comes over time too. Ah, thank you, James. But like, I mean, think of if like 100 people could do this, or 1,000, or 5,000. I mean, I hope that's the goal. They feed off of positive feeling. They don't so much feed off of positive feelings. They block from people having those positive feedings. But they can. Some things can. Yeah. But it's more. That's the exception more than the rule. Oh, thank you. I am a nurse. And the other so as many of you know, I go to UCI, which is like the top research facility, right? For public school. And there's an integrative medicine campus here, and I am having trouble getting in there to get clinically tested to be able to do this and like get someone to do research. And it's because of a lot of new age, spiritualists making claims, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like really disappointing, but I will get there. Yeah, you don't have to. Well, I mean, depends what you're offering to Isaac, but you don't have to like sacrifice animals or anything like that. Yeah, it's a great idea, nurse. All right, you guys ready for the next one? I hope this makes sense and clears some things up for you, some of you. Who? Let me ask you this before we go to the next one. Who's being like followed or stalked? Is anyone here have that? I want to work on that real quick. Anyone have that element? I want to clear that directly. It's someone who has like stuff like really, really following them and that they could actually perceive. Is that you, Pearl? It depends where you go. They're not common, unfortunately. Like more the surface stuff, it does do stuff. It does have meaning, but modern Shinto priests they mostly work to pacify nature, which is very important in Japan. Um, Pearls on the necklace. I want to make sure. I see. Shot. Yeah. All right, we'll just get to the next one. I will have the bookings on bentonryer.com or esotericshinto.com soon. We'll work on that then. That might take some time. I wanted to take a look at someone else. We'll get you, Ron. Too. Like someone had something very particular that won't take that long. No? Okay, so it's more than one. Okay, I'll try to address a little of that during this next one. You guys ready? You have that? Oh my God. Yeah, F, it's something that people have. I know if you don't have it, if it's not something you experience, then it's really hard to explain, articulate, even from them, because sometimes it kind of sounds like nonsense, but it's not. It's something that people really experience. So everybody, rate and please be sure to subscribe to my channel. These are always free, but I do have a donation bar, as you can see. Even if people did $1 or $2, that's 45 people. I mean, that makes such a big difference in my life. I'm a student, and I would like to, just keep doing this as my job and keep, working at it. Now, if I had to get a job at anywhere, then I would have to neglect these, which I don't like. You guys ready for this next one? Oh, 47 people. Nice. I might have Jade help me with some of these just in case I miss something. What do you think, Jade? Not right now, but I think that's been something that's come in. And to be more thorough. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Any new people? I forgot it. So lie down, relax, let the energy work. You can hear me speak some Japanese. When I am done, you'll hear me go quiet, but the energy is going still. And yeah, here we go. Amaterasu mi oya no kami no misu maru no inochi terashi kuni 静かなり。アマテラスミオヤの神のミスマルの命照らし国静かなり。アマテラスミオヤの神のミスまるの命照らし国静かなり。アマテラスミオヤの神のミスまるの命照らし国静かなり。月よみつみおやの神の一家のおも月にすずりて鏡のことし月よみつみおやの神の一家のおも月にすずりて鏡のことし月よみつみおやの神の一家のおも月につづりて鏡のことし高天張にかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いざなぎの神つくしのひまかの立ち花のおどのあぎがはるに、みそき、はらい、たまいし、ときにあれませる。はらいどのお神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかげりを。はらいたまい清めたまいと申すことのよしを。あまつ神、くにつ神、やお、よるぞの神たちともに引っ越しめせと。かしこみも申す。高天はりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして。すめみ、おやかむ、いざなぎの神つくしのひまかのおどのあぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときに、あれませる。はらいどのお神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかえるよ。はらいたまい、清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。あまつ神、くにつ神、やお、 夜図の神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみも回す。どうその神、あまていらします。すみみ神の耳を伝えて教え導きの玉枠。人はすなわち、神との元の主であり、何時らの紳士の痛ましむることなかれ。この故に目にもろもろの風情見て、心にもろもろの風情見ず、耳にもろもろの風情聞きて、心にもろもろの風情聞かず、口にもろもろの風情言って、心にもろもろの風情言わず、身にもろもろの風情に触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情をもとも、中心にもろもろの風情を思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろののるは影と形のことし、清く気を切れば汚れることなし、ことを取らばうべからず、皆花よりずの身とはなる。我が身はすなわち六根少女なり。六根少女なるがゆえに、ゴゾの神君兄なり。ゴゾの神君兄なるが、故に天地の神とどこなり。天地の神とどこなるが、故に万物の霊と体なり。万物の霊と体なるが、故になすところ猫で成就せずということなし。無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名誉入賞、神奈川列、払いたまい、清めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまえ。高めの腹にかむずまります。攻め神たち、いやわらしたも、特殊の水の宝持ちて、余っている国てるひけ雨のほあかり、くしたま、にぎはやひのみことに、静けたもこと教えてのたまわく、今しこの水の宝持ちて、中津国に雨下り、あう人ぐさ沈め収めよ。あう人ぐさおよび、よりずのものの病のことあらば、神宝を持ちて、見下いた沈みに起きて、御霊沈めの祭りを、なして水の宝を振るべ、そのかむほぎの言葉に曰く、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよ、いむなやこと。にのとふるべゆるいら。かくいなれせばまかるともさらねきなんとしても。雨の神のみをやみことのりかけてまいて。雨の岩船に乗りて。川地の国の川上の怒る画面に雨下りましまして。大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして、月祭りとも、なぜけて、イスの神の大神と申し立て祭り、よよ神宝を持ちて、よりずの者のために、古べの神ごと持ちて、つかすなしとゆえの船の御霊の神と、敬い立て祭り、すめみことおまらじおとどその神たけきを持ちて、いつきに使い祭りとも、もののべの神のやしろ、雨がした、よりずのもののたごえなりいてもとかむたからは、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、へつ鏡、やつくの剣、いくたま、たるたま、まかるか石の玉、しいか石の玉、おろちのひれ、はちのひれ、くすくすのもののひれ、さらに徳すの神、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよ、いむなやこと、にのとふるべ、ゆらとゆら、 貸し立て祭ることのよしをもちて、平くくきこしめせと、命長く、子孫羽、時はかきわり、守りたまい、先はいたまい、かじ立て祭り、鎮数寿命新力かじ。Right? Everyone breathe, relax. To kami, emi tamo, kangon shin, soni kandaken. Harai tamai, kiyame tamo. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamarogi, kamaromi no mikoto mo shite, sumemi oyakamu, izanagi no okami, tsukushi no himaku no, tachibana no, odo no, awagigahara ni, misoki, harai, tamaishi, toki ni, are maseru. Harai do no okami tachi, moromoro no ma ga goto tsumi kageru yo. Harai tamai kiyameta mae to mausu koto no yoshi yo. Amatsu kami, kunitsu kami, yao, yoruzu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshi meseto. Kashikomi, kashikomi, momausu. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamurogi, kamuromi no mikoto mo shite. Sumemi oyakamu, izanagi no okami, tsukushi no himaka no, tachibana no, odo no, awagigahara ni, misoki, harai, tamaishi, toki ni, are maseru. Harai do no okami tachi, moromoro no ma ga goto tsumi kageru yo. Harai tamai kiyameta mae to mausu koto no yoshi yo. Amatsu kami, kunitsu kami, yao, yoruzu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshi meseto. Kashikomi, kashikomi, momausu. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamurogi, kamuromi no mikoto mo shite. Sumemi oyakamu, izanagi no okami, tsukushi no himaka no, tachibana no, odo no, awagigahara ni, misoki, harai, tamaishi, toki ni, are maseru. Harai do no okami tachi, moromoro no ma ga goto tsumi kageru yo. Harai tamai kiyameta mae to mausu koto no yoshi yo. Amatsu kami, kunitsu kami, yao, yoruzu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshi meseto. Kashikomi, kashikomi mo mausu. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamurogi, kamuromi no mikoto mo shite. Sumemi oyakamu, izanagi no kami, tsukushi no himaka no, tachibana no, odo no, awagigahara ni, misogi, harai, tamaishi, toki ni, are maseru. Harai do no okami tachi, moromoro no ma ga goto tsumi kaeru yo. Harai tamai kiyameta mae to mausu koto no yoshi yo. Amatsu kami, kunitsu kami, yao, yoruzu no kami tachi tomo ni hikoshi meseto. Kashikomi, kashikomi, momausu. Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamurogi, kamuromi no mikoto mo shite. Sumemi oyakamu, イザナギの狼尽くしのひまかの立花の報道の仰ぎがはるにみそぎ払いたまいし時にありませる。払いどの狼たち、もろもろのまがごと積み返りを。払いたまい清めたまいと申すことのよしを。天津神、国津神、や夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみかしこみも申す。かながらたまちはませ。かながらたまちはませ。かながらたまちはませ。All right, everyone. How was that second one? You can say the words, but you don't have to. Eventually, people are going to have to learn a very simplified one that's just like maybe 10 or 12 syllables, but I go over that in the book. So, along with some other things, it's quite long. Felt something rise on your chest? Good. I mean, that's a pull. They can be. Um, you guys, there's so many things. Things cannot be categorized as one single thing. Everyone has usually a different thing. Good, Amy. Your back hurt too? Okay, let me chest hurt. Let me see SL. How's that SL? Good, James. So, like I said, it will build up over time. The spine is the main place where things like to get to if they can. So yeah, absolutely. Felt like hot wax. That's Amiterasu, right? She tends to burn stuff right in your face. Let me see, Ron. Using that classical element, right? And she doesn't fight, she illuminates. So yeah, this is when I met on the show when I said that people have attachments they don't realize they had, like the stuff burning, that you feel the stuff getting warm and something feeling released or lighter there. That's what we're dealing with, right? So, like some days, like in the coming days, especially if something big was burned away or removed, it might feel you're you're missing something because it's just been there. It was just there for so long. But you'll start to realize that it's good that it was gone and you'll have more clarity. Tokami, Amy Tamo, Kangon Shin, Sonikatake, Kiyomai Tamo. How's that, Ron? Oh yeah, absolutely, Kit. If you feel any warmness, that's those being burned away. Some people have what can be seen as ethereal implants that they're able to perceive. Good, good, Rocky Mountain. Good, good. Also felt the melting sensation. Good, good, guys. Entity. I don't like calling them aliens. They're entities who like to make people think that they're aliens. They like to make people think that they were the Egyptian gods. They like to think that make people think that they built the pyramids, things like that. She doesn't fight, she illuminates. Yep. Yep, exactly. That's a good. Trust me, I've been going through that a bit too. James, it'll take some time, Ron. You got to be patient, right? We'll get there. It'll be worth it. Super tricky, right? Yeah, so we're not differentiating these things from each other, right? They are impurities. We're getting rid of them. They're impurities, whether it's pain or implants or something dark or anything else. Of course, Kit. Hmm. They could only run forever. Only run for so long, Ron. We'll get to it. They play hide and seek. Yep, but once they run out of places to hide within the energy body, I mean, there's nowhere else they can go. You got COVID. You can't say that. Um, where are where are your symptoms? Karambala. Yeah, I thought I answered that. No, they can, but they're not as quite as strong as the ones we get. Jade, thank you. Karambia, where's your symptoms? Congestion. Go ahead and relax. Tokami, Amy Tamo, Kangon Shin, Soni Kandaken, Harai Tamai Kiyome Tamo. Congestion cough. Give me a second, guys, and we'll do the next one. And when I'm working on one person, it'll target spread to the whole everyone else, so you guys can relax. When I'm working on one person, everyone gets the benefit in different ways. I don't have to be talking while I work. As a matter of fact, it goes deeper in silence, but it addresses different things too, right? Taka amahari ni kamazumarimasu. Kamuro minami kotomoshite. Sumemi oyakame. Izanagi no okami. Tsukushi no himake no tachibana no odo no awakikahara ni みそぎ、払い、玉石、時にありませる。腹色の狼たち、もろもろの魔がごと積み限りを、払いたまえ清めたまえと申すことのよしを、天つ神、国つ神、やお、やれずの神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみ、かしこみ、も申す。高天はりにかむずまります。かむろき、かむろみのみこともして、せめみおやかむ、いずなぎのおかみつくしのひむくの立ち花のおどのあわぎかはらに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときにありませる。はらいとのおかみたち、もろもろのまがごとつみかぎりを、はらいたまいきよみたまいとまうすことのよしを、天つかみ、国つかみ、やよれずの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみ、かしこみ、もまうす、とかみ、えみたも、かんこし、とり、たまいきやみた。高天はりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむなみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひむくの立花のほどのあわぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときにありますいる。はらいろの狼たち、もろもろのまがことつみかきよみたまいとまずとによし、あまつかみ、神たちと。Okay, how is that? How's the congestion and that stuff? I'm working. I'm gonna try to get everything up tonight, guys. Karambala, how is it? How is that? Yeah, I think if people had knew that having reverence for nature because there's spirits within it was a thing, they would treat nature a lot better. But that's not with kind of within public understanding. Do you feel any difference? Ugh. Usually it takes me like half an hour to deal with that. But let's do the next one. Yeah, James. James has this guy has a lot of wisdom, but absolutely, yes. A bit less congested. Good, good, good. All right. So we're going to do the next one in just a second. So as you see, if you look at the bottom of my screen, I do some donations. I don't like when people send me too much. But like if someone does like people do, everyone does like $1 or two, or signs up for my Patreon. I really appreciate that. It helps me keep doing these every day. Bend into animals, yes, they can, but they're not usually as strong as human attachments, especially when we're around. But animals like this too. If you have like a cat or dog, when people bring, you know, when they're in the room, they usually jump on the person that's getting the healing and they join right in and start purring up a storm. I know my little guy, right when I'm about to do these every day, he goes to my door and starts crying, crying, crying to let him in. He's on the bed, sound asleep right now. So I think I'll give everyone a few minutes to do that, SL. Then we'll get to the next one if they so feel inclined to. Thank you, Jade. This is my least favorite part of doing this. But I've been doing this for how long now? Maybe 4 years. And for like up until like a couple weeks ago, I never did any of that. I had a Patreon, that was it. And I didn't really push people for it. I started to realize that like I can't survive like that. Or I could, but if I had to get a job, I couldn't just do these, which is what I want to do, which is why I'm writing the book. And I'm going to do like a Japanese class and teach everyone the basics so they could do the pronunciation for the Norito for their work. And yeah, thank you, Jade. And we're finally growing, right? Like how long was it when I only had like 4 or 5 people, the same ones every day? Like a couple, like 3 years, right? You'll never believe, who suggested I do this streamcast and started doing this live. Can anyone take a guess? I want everyone to keep a guess to see if they could. But whose idea was this? Who gave me the idea? I'm curious to see people's ideas. Wasn't him, although he helps me, Jason, with a lot of stuff now. But it wasn't him. Who do you think told me to just start doing like StreamYard and start doing it this way? All these social media platforms. No idea, right, guys? Take a wild guess. No idea. Wasn't Rob. I started doing these streamcasts a couple months ago. Wasn't Jade. Wasn't the commie, although they tend to push me in the right direction. Hint. I'll just tell you. It was one of Donald Trump's good buddies. His name Tom. He told me to do it. That is pretty funny. He's like, use Streamcast. I'm like, okay, I'll try. Yep. This guy's name's Tom. And what the heck, right? So, I mean, that goes back to the question I asked everyone a while ago, right? I asked a riddle. Does anyone remember what it was? No, it was a different guy. I don't want to drop his whole name. It was one of his good buddies, hangs out with him at Mar-a-Lago. He was like, do these, use Streamcast. Okay, so but that goes to show you what the riddle I asked before was if the blizzard's hot and the fire's cold, in which direction does the flag unfold? Anyone who wasn't here that last time remember the answer to it or know the answer to it? No, don't tell that. Don't tell them the answer. No, Tom isn't here. He doesn't come to these. Right. Some people are just good. They do these once and, it just depends on the person. Does anyone know the answer? I know, but don't answer for people. I want people who are new to think about that. If the blizzard is hot and the fire is cold, in which direction does the flag unfold? Don't give the answer if you've known this already, guys. I don't know, John Gott. Don't does anyone know? East. Nope, not east. It was almost time to start the last healing, but I'm going to give you a minute to respond, and I will tell you the answer. Come on, guys, give it a try. Not up. If the fire is hot and the blizzard, or if the blizzard is hot and the fire is cold, in which direction does the flag unfold? Not upside down. Anyone? What's the last word? In which direction does the flag unfold? If the fire burns cold and the blizzard, if the no, and the blizzard blows hot, in which direction does the flag unfold? Hmm. If the fire burns cold and the blizzard blows hot, in which direction does the flag? In the direction of the blizzard? Nope. I gave you 30 seconds. Then I'm gonna give you the answer, then we're gonna do the next healing or the clearing. I don't even like calling these healings, right? Although they are very healing. Doesn't burn up. In which direction does it unfold? Not inside. Out. Nope. Away from it. Okay, so nope. Nope, not straight up. With the wind, nope. The answer is The answer is in the direction contrary to our expectations. Yep. I already gave you the answer. I thought it'd go towards. I mean, if there was a Dairy Queen near me, I would go towards there. All right, 2 minutes. We're gonna do the next healing, well, the last one of the night. Thank you so much for giving it a try. If this is your first night, all right. There's another one. Check that out. Okay, so yeah, absolutely, Rob. Yeah, I mean, some people say that they feel no difference, but you know, but other people, most people say the lives are the best. Someone say John Gotti. No, I have a friend who's being framed up like he's John Gotti, but he has nothing to do with any of that, which is really anyway. Oh yeah, feel free. Yeah, I do these donations. If everyone did $1, that's a long story. Yep, yep. If everyone did $1 in these, I'd be pretty good. If not, I have a Patreon. It's like $5, $10 a month, whatever you want. Helps me continue doing these every single day. For a couple hours, I do them, right, guys? Except on school nights. Mhm. Then I just do $1 an hour. Okay, is everyone ready for the last one of the night? And also, too, I want to say if anyone knows any podcasts or shows that would like to have me, I would be grateful to send me their way or send them my way. Um, you know, I would love to grow more, especially when people are ill. I mean, this really helps them. When people are getting different treatments, this works alongside of that because it tends to push out the negative effects for all that. Like we talked a little about different medicines before, or pills, right? Um, this tends to push out the bad parts of those. So that's pretty cool, right? And can just kind of like consolidate what it's actually supposed to do as far as healing. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. A few people had some, life-threatening things, and and they were doing their treatments, and it really helped. Good for you. Okay. It's probably why you're feeling so good doing these, SL, right? And not really, and maybe perhaps why they're not really hurting you. Good, good. That makes me really happy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a nurse. It's okay. I'm sorry. No, I'm trying. Hopefully, yeah. Is everybody ready for the next one? That's really tough. And hopefully by tomorrow, I'll have the website where you could book the sessions. I'm hoping I'll have it ready by tomorrow evening. How it's going to work is I'm going to work 2 hours a day doing it, $55, and I spend 30 minutes on you, right? And yeah, going a little bit deeper. Yes, James, exactly. That's what this is. And I'm not sure if you're able to perceive it or just suspected it over time. There are a lot of overlays, right? And the reason why a lot of mediums or psychics can't see it is because they don't identify that possibility. I call that the chains of perception or the chains of perception. If you deny like the next link exists, you're not going to be seeing you're not going to be able to see anything attached to that chain link or be able to perceive it like an infinity mirror. Yeah, hence why I'm still removing stuff from myself. I'm still not there yet. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as my perception goes, I will be, removing stuff for as long as it takes. He's right. Uh Cash App is the best, man in love. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. Yes. So it opens up your abilities, makes them stronger. Just give it time. Wait till a year from now. At the same time, it takes time, but it doesn't take as much time as it normally does. Just because the timeline we need to move, and the kami, that by the intercession of the heavenly kami, we are able to move, faster, and a lot of other deities too. So cool. You guys ready? Lots of good conversations today. No, I mean, the idea, it's only it's only a nightmare here because of interference. If none of that was there, none of that was here, um, you know, we people wouldn't feel that way, Boobster. I would like to say it. There was a book. I know the story is a legit. It's about a person who goes into a coma and wakes up in somebody's other body in the future. And his book was protected in like a secret society for years. And this was written in like the 20s. But basically, the person jumps into a timeline where everyone has clarity. I will try to find the title of that book. I read it a while ago, and I will post it. I understand. You guys ready? I will post. Oh yeah, let me. Does everyone have my disc? Let me give everyone my Discord before we do the next one. Yeah, this is what I mean in the Shinto prayer, right? The part of the translation is getting back to our natural state, which is where we're supposed to be. So yeah, there is a goal. There is like an in a game. Let me see. Like some of these spiritualists who talk about, like new dawn for humanity and like there's like a shift happening. It's not entirely wrong. It's just that they are they're pushed off into the wrong direction because they can't perceive any of this. They just think it's just going to happen as people like gain more consciousness. But we have to be active agents in that and kind of understand the mechanics on being able to do that. Yeah, let me see. Let me get you guys a Discord. I feel like I'm talking too much tonight. Where is it? I always forget where to invite people in this. It's up here, maybe. Yep, here it is. Okay, here we go. So that's the Discord server. It's free. It says it's kind of like we talk, um, you know, and stuff. Anything ever comes up. I hope it is a SL. And I hope these give people hope. All right. Yeah, there's people that could perceive some of that. They just don't really know how to deal with it other than just like trying to tell other people. So, but yeah, hopefully we're helping this change. All right. Especially as other people are able to do this, either that or this just one of these healings acts permanent in a permanent manner. Either way, it'll get there. All right, you guys ready? I think everyone likes what you have to say, James. All right, you guys ready for the last one for the night? No more talking. Let's get right to it. All right. Are you on the East Coast? Everyone ready? I've got to stop talking. Ready? Central, ready, ready. Try to relax, guys. Try not to pay attention to the chat while we're doing these. Here we go. Here we go. Amaterasu mi oyano kami no misu maru no 命照らし、国静かなり。アマテラスミ親の神のミスマルの命照らし、国静かなり。アマテラスミ親の神のミスマルの命照らし、国静かなり。月よみつみ親の神の一家の思月にすずりて鏡のことし月よみつみ親の神の一家の思月にすずりて鏡のことし月よみつみ親の神の一家の思月にすずりて鏡のことし。高天張にかむずまります。かむろうき、かむろみのみこともして、すみみ、おやかむ、いざなぎの神つくしのひまくの立花の大戸のあぎがはらに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときに、あれませる。はらいどの大神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかいりよ。はらいたまい、清めたまいとまうすことのよしよ。あまつ神、国つ神、やお、夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみもまうす。たがあまはりにかむずまります。かむろうき、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひまくの立花の大戸のあわぎがはらに、みそき、はらい、たまいし、ときに、ありませる。はらいどの狼たち、もろもろのまがことつみかいるよ。はらいたまい、清めたまいとまうすことのよしよ。 天津神、国津神、夜津の神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみもます高天張にかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみおやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしのひまくの立花の大野の青木が春に、みそぎ、払い、たまいし、時にありませる。払いどの狼たち、もろもろの間がごと積み返りよ。払いたまい、清めたまいと申すことのよしよ。天津神、国津神、夜津の神たちともに引っ越しますと。かしこみも申す。どうその神、あまていらします。せめみ神の身胸を伝えて教え導きの玉枠。人はすなわち神との元のあれじたり、何時らの真知の痛ましむることなかれ。このゆえに目にもろもろの風情見て、心にもろもろの風情見ず、耳にもろもろの風情聞いて、心にもろもろの風情聞かず、口にもろもろの風情言って、心にもろもろの風情言わず、身にもろもろの風情に触れて、心にもろもろの風情に触れず、心にもろもろの風情をもとも、心にもろもろの風情思わず、この時に清く潔きことあり、もろもろののりは影と形のことし、清ければ汚れることなし、ことをとらばうべからず、皆花よりずの身とはなる。我が身はすなわち独根処女なり、独根処女なるがゆえに、ごぞの真君兄なり、ごぞの真君兄なるが、ゆえに天地の神と独根なり、天地の神と独根なるが、ゆえに万物の霊と体なり、万物の霊と体なるが、ゆえになすところにこって成就せずということなし、無常霊法、真珠仏教、天上無休、名入賞、考え律、払いたまい、清めたまい、守りたまい、先はいたまい、照らしたまい、導きたまえ、高めの晴れにかむずまります。生命神たち、いやわらしたも、特殊の水の宝持ちて、甘てる国てるひけ雨のほあかりくしたま、ねぎはやひのみことに、静けたもこと教えてのたまわく、今しこの水の宝持ちて、中つくりに雨下り、あひとぐさ沈め収めよ。あう人ぐさおよびよりずのものの病のことあらば、かむ宝を持ちて、見くらいた沈みに起きて、見たま沈みの祭りを、なして水の宝を振るべ、そのかむほぎの言葉に曰く、木のい木のと、火のい火のと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよ、いぶなやこと。二のとふるべゆらゆら。かく祈りしばまかるともさらにきなんとしたも。雨の神の実をやみこと乗りかけてまいて、雨の岩、船に乗りて、河内の国の川上の光る画面に雨下りましまして、大和の国、引きの山のふもと、白庭の高庭に移しましまして、月祭りとも、名付けて、イスの神の狼と申し立て祭り、よよ神高の持ちて、よりずのもののために、古べの鎌ごと持ちて、探すなした家の古の見た目の神と敬い立て祭り、すめみこと、オムラジ、おとどその神たけきを持ちて、いつきに使い祭りとも、 物のびの神の社、雨がした。よりずの物のたごいなりいてもっと神たからは、いわゆる、おきつ鏡、平つ鏡、やつくの剣、いく玉、たる玉、まかるがいしの玉、ちがいしの玉、おろちのひれ、はちのひれ、くすぐすのもののひれ、さらにとくすの神、きのいきのと、いのいひのと、土のい土のと、かのいかのと、水のい水のと、ひふみよ、いむ、なや、こと、にのと、ふるべ、ゆらといら、かしたてまつることのよしをもちて、平らきくきこしめせと、命長く、子孫はね、時はかきわに、守りたまい、先はいたまい、かじたてまつり、人生人命死にきかじ。Breathe, exhale, deep breaths. と神、意味とも、看護心、そにかだけん、払い、たまい、清みとも。と神、意味とも、看護心、そにかだけん、払い、たまい、清みとも。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして。すめみ、おやかめ、いざなぎの神つくしの、ひまかの、立花の、おどの、あわぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときに、ありませる。はらいどの、お神たち、もろもろのまがことつみかえりよ。はらいたまい、きよみたまいと、まわすことのよしよ。あまつかみ、くにつかみ、やお、よりずの神たちともにひこしめすと、かしこみかしこみもまおす。たかあまはりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いずなぎの神つくしの、ひまくの、とちばなの、おどの、あわぎがはるに、みそぎ、はらい、たまいし、ときに、ありませる。はらいどの、お神たち、もろもろのまがごとつみかえりよ。はらいたまい、きよみたまいと、まおすことのよしよ。あまつかみ、くにつかみ、やお、よりずの神たちともにひこしますと。かしこみかしこみもまおす。たがあまはりにかむずまります。かむろぎ、かむろみのみこともして、すめみ、おやかむ、いざなぎの神つくしの、いまくの、とちばなの、おどの、あわぎがはるに、みそき、はらい、たまいし、ときに、ありませる。 腹色の狼たち、もろもろの馬がこと積み限りを。腹痛まい、清めたまいと、回すことによしよう。天つかみ、国つかみ、やお、夜ずの神たちともに引っ越しますと、かしこみかしこみも回す。かんながらたまちやませ。かんながらたまちやませ。かんながらたまちやませ. All right, everyone. There we have it. How was it? How was our last one? And how was the build up, most importantly? More importantly. Thank you, Isaac. A water dragon. Nice. Yeah, you're going to get that. Many kami take a dragon form. The water dragon is Watatsume no Mikoto. Watatsume no Mikoto. Yeah. Ryugujo Oho Watatsumi no Mikoto. That's his name. Ryugujo Watatsumi no Mikoto is the water dragon. He has a name. Like slid off after loosening grip, slid down. Just release the grips. Things are that they're convinced to let go. Good. Good. Anyone else care to share? 44 people here and they're awfully quiet. So like being active in the chat helps the algorithm for the video to be seen and hence bring more people here. Yeah, so this does that, Woo. So keep on and do the practices I prescribed to you because yeah, you have to know other stuff. Remote view. You have to know how to use the elements and how to use fire and things. We'll learn. And be able to burn through illusion because a lot of things that we remote view were purposely shown illusions to push us in the wrong direction. Yes, R2, that's what's happening. What are warrior dolls? Like golems. Like a golem is kind of like a warrior doll. Where did that come up, Ron? And oh yeah, someone asked me what the kami get out of this. A lot of the heavily kami were once human, so there's no money in their realm, so they have to do something. Might as well help others that are on this plane. Ah, okay, Isaac. So I was way off. I'm just talking. No, not at all. But we have to learn other things, Booster. There's definitely people that can remote view. I get it too. So yeah, you just have to be careful and you have to kind of know more stuff that you never normally thought you could do, if that makes sense. Mhm. Good. Joanne, for right now, this is the second day you've been here, Ron. Just relax. A lot of that stuff was likely already there, and you could perceive it. There's no one in particular actually doing that to you. It's the infinity mirrors that um, our James was talking about. You have to be careful and protect. Yep. But more important is purifying afterwards, right? So it takes some time, right? We have to, so like these things are connected to different parts of our body. And as we do these, certain parts are taken off and they can't always all be taken off at once. Sometimes it takes some time. They have to kind of be picked apart until it's gone, right? Otherwise, if we do too much to the energetic body, some of you might who might have like pain and stuff, right, can kind of understand how like this kind of reflects the physical body. It's the same thing when we're removing stuff off of people. If you do too much, it would actually hurt people. It's not that it can't be done and I can't do it, right? I mean, look at all the people here. If all that energy was focused on one person, sure, I could take everything off at one in one go. But the kami won't do it because it would actually hurt the person. It'd be anti-productive. It wouldn't be productive. And it could actually kind of like really, really hurt the person. Does that make sense, guys? So if you're thinking like, oh, this isn't really working for me, I mean, it is. It's just working at the pace it's supposed to go. So it doesn't hurt you. Mhm. Like I have another book after the one I'm doing now, then where I plan to do like diagrams and like charts and things like that, so people could see and visualize all of that. Sleep is super important. Yep. People ask me if I use all my energy, how do I recharge? I basically tell them I sleep and eat. Of course, I work the elements, try to get them stronger, but you got to eat and sleep. Good. Yes, R2. Sleep honestly 10 hours a night. You'll find yourself needing to sleep less too, nurse, which is good. More being more productive. All right, guys. I'd like one of my favorite things to do is to like stick around here. Oh, we'll hang out for 10 more minutes. But I got to finish all this stuff, or I'm not going to be able to do my summer program because I won't be able to afford it. So the summer program, I could still go to and afford. I have to only speak Japanese in it. I cannot speak English while I'm in the house. So while we're doing it, it's just gonna be quick because it's so busy. I'm just gonna come right with the prayer, be on time for that one and just do it 3 times. It'll be silent. Yeah. So I'll rely on you guys to, tell new people what's going on. Yeah, so things attached to trauma very easily. Not only that, when people have trauma, like really bad, there's parts of their soul fragments and goes somewhere else, and other things can fill that void and take partial control over that person. It's sort of almost like a partial possession. So, but it's at differently. Well, I don't know about super soldiers, but I know that um, trauma. Yeah, I know about soul retrieval and how can fragment. So I had this, yeah. Mm. But anyway, none of that's gonna matter. All right. Yeah, I showed my buddy. Some of you might remember my buddies who went through that sort of thing. The short film. I have it posted on the Discord. You could check it out, but I helped him. But it kind of something attached to them the same way when he became very like prone to self-harm, but we fixed it. Right? Great, James. This will help with that. Very cool. So, okay, I just want to say that I'm potentially dealing with an emergency and I have written and call. Yeah, just give it time, Ron. You'll be okay. If there's like real like law enforcement agencies investigating you, like one of my friends who got really good, especially in the realm of soul travel and destroying hostile things, um, a lot of things started like institutions started investigating him or were prone to for stuff he had nothing to do with. So I'm not discounting what you're saying. I'm just saying to give it time. I'm missing your thing now. I know, I know. I know, I know. But also keep in mind that these things feed off of fear. So, and when you take that away from them, their strength starts to wane. But trust me, I know, like I have an autobiography where I talk about the same stuff. So I've been there. Yes. Well, someone can, yeah. And like I said, I'm gonna finishing up this book as soon as I can. The Fudas are gonna help. Um, yeah. All right, guys. A few more minutes. Any questions or anything like that? So I'm here every day at the same time. Busy night for you. Yeah, we're getting there, right? I mean, I think eventually we're going to hit a critical mass. I hope. I think it's always. I knew it was always headed there, but I just didn't know when. I don't have a channel. I will get one if that's. What do you mean, Ron? This year the rig gets ripped up. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Astral swords. Yes. So I will. Yeah. That's what people don't realize they could kind of do in the astral. But you have to remember there's like stuff that we're more powerful than spirits in some ways, but not always. So luckily, the strongest ones are on our side, which is pretty cool. We just kind of forgot how to um, convey with them, right? How to kind of invoke or embrace that energy, I guess. And a lot of us thought that wasn't actually a thing. Hey, good night, Ron. Oh, there was a violet flame that helped me so much a long time ago. The screen looked like a lagoon of violet. Nice. All right. Yeah. Anyway, no more questions, guys, before we take off. Please, like I said, I do like these little donation things. The idea one day is have like 5,000 people, and some of them do like a quarter or 50 cents. It makes such a big difference in my life, and I'm just gonna put that into like making videos, like my Reiki video. Has everyone seen my Reiki video before we go? Have you guys seen my Reiki video that I made for YouTube with nice animations and production value? I want to ask, at least please comment on it if you have it. Anyone? 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 Or would you like to watch it now? No, just I don't want to watch. I don't want to make you watch it now, but I'll put it in the chat. I really need to do some other stuff. Let's see. So please comment on these videos. It helps the algorithm. It'll help bring people to these healings. So here's this produced video. Here's this one. The Reiki people I showed got the people. Yeah, I hope. I mean, it's not meant to scare them. It's to teach people that there's no real shortcuts into especially occult power. Not only that, I have a whole chapter about it in my book where I get more in depth as to why it's not the best practice. Thank you, Rocky Mountain. So there's that. Please comment. And please comment on this one so we can get people to it. Well, I'll tell you what it's not. It's not shooting people with etheric energy, James. But yeah, we kind of have to decide for now So, but after a while, if enough people get to a certain point, it will become contagious. And, hopefully the people that aren't open to it, it will still, take on them, and they'll be able to clear too. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Like I said, here every day, 8:30 p.m. Pacific. Gosh, almost 3 hours. I try not to do that, but a lot of new people and a lot of new stuff to explain. Who knows? Oh, who knows what's going to happen, James? But I hope so. Something like that. Population's dropping, though, right? Good night. Yeah.